Check 2 1 2. I feel like a total jackass. I woke up today thinking, you know what? I'm just gonna be a total jackass today because I'm gonna be heckling at those goddamn young people stop having fun. Welcome to this world level where, yeah, I'm gonna teach you how to friggin' swim. Alright, here we go. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Boop. I got a problem with baseball venues. Most baseball venues are pretty normal. They're baseball games. You go there, you get a hot dog, you watch the game. If you go with a friend or whoever, you talk to them about, what's going on in the game. You talk about life. You talk about how Joe Blow is batting 122 and isn't hitting a lick for split. And I have to say, you can get that baseball experience, that all-loving baseball experience that you want so badly. You can get that at 29 amazing ballparks across America. But there's one. Yes, there are in fact 30 teams. There's not 29. There are 30, and not all of them are in America. 29 are in America, but one is up in the great old Maple Sippy state of Canada. Yeah, I'm getting better at my improv. Now, up in that great Maple Sippy town of Canada is a team that I like to call the Blue Jays. Now, these Blue Jays are a good team. They went from, well, it doesn't matter how good they are. These Maple Sippy Blue Jays play in a place called Rogers Center. Now, Rogers Center is in the city known as Toronto. All throughout my teenage years, I really loved going to games. It's the thing you do in the summer, Basketball season's over, hockey season's over. What do you have, right? You have baseball and, I guess, tennis and nothing else really in terms of watching. Yeah, I guess you could go outside and play, but why would you go play sports when you can just pay to watch, right? I've always loved going to baseball games, but something that I know that is only a problem with one team and the other 29,000 fucking teams don't have this problem. It's not a sports venue anymore. Baseball games in the great city of Maple Sippy, Toronto are games. Why do I keep calling it Maple Sippy? Oh my god. It's not it's not a sports venue anymore, okay? These games now are it's like a damn festival, a festival of all the youngins going there to drink and cheer and get wasted and chant when we're losing 10-0. Let me get into a little more specific, okay? When I go to a Blue Jays game, I feel like I'm at a goddamn rebel club in Toronto. I feel like I'm in a goddamn dance club. During the 2023 season, they've got these new renos, which are fantastic, by the way. Wow, they've got Caribbean food. They have these convenience stores where you gotta pay $5 just to go in and leave. So stupid. They literally charge you to just walk in and leave, even if you don't get anything. So they've got all these cute little knickknacks and all that, and a lot of the food's there's a lot more cheaper options. Toronto used to be one of the more expensive sports venues in terms of food. Hot dogs would be like $8, whereas I'm sure in the States you could probably get a hot dog for like $5.
Hot dogs, kiddos, $5 for a hot dog. Come on there, get a hot dog, $5. Come on there, get a hot dog, $5.
Difference, right? But there's a problem. Just check if I'm still recording, because this is a disaster that needs to be caught on camera. Oh my god. So we look at all the new things that they have, which is, it's nice. It's a nice new venue. It's great, Then once we get to our seats and the game's on, it's packed. It's insanely packed. You've got 50,000 people in the venue watching a game. And then all of a sudden, like not even before the game starts and during the game. It's all these constant distractions. You've got the music playing. You see what I mean? I'm like heckling. You've got the music playing. You've got people like just getting excited over a goddamn ball that got hit on the ground, or getting excited over a single strikeout. Like all these distractions, the noise and from the fans, and then the music that they play, and like getting fans riled up when we're down 10 runs. Like it got to a point where I realized, wait a second, I haven't even been able to pay attention to the game because I've been so just not like good distracted, but like too much shit is like I'm getting shit thrown at my face of like attention and like man. And you know what? After the game, after watching the game, I was like, you know what? I don't think I can go back to the game anymore. I just can't. You know? I just can't. So yeah, at a certain point, I've been going to so many games that like it's not a baseball venue anymore. Oh yeah, by the way, do you like my my bun? Yeah. It's cool. It's the first time I got something done like this. Normally when I have a bun, I just kind of like loop it under and you know, tie the knot. But my sister is very good at this, so she kind of like looped the hair around, kind of. Just watch this video. It's cool. Thanks for noticing. Okay, all right, back to the topic at hand. Let me kind of tell you about the history of the atmosphere and baseball I want to say like fanship, but baseball fandom at the Rogers Center, where the Blue Jays play. I started watching the Blue Jays, which was pretty late. Like I didn't get to baseball when I was like 10 years old, which a lot of kids, you know, they play baseball like it's like goddamn crawling like a little baby for them. You know, for me, I didn't get into baseball when I was 10. So, but you know, I started watching, let's say the Blue Jays, let's say the area from 2005 to 2010, or 2010, whatever. It's dead. No one goes to those games. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not like Tampa Bay Rays, but you know, it's mediocrity, below mediocrity. You know, we're past the 90s, late 80s, early 90s Blue Jays like honeymoon phase kind of. We're into mediocrity. The teams are mediocre. The following was mediocre. Stadium kind of sucked. This was before a lot of the renovations. It was just kind of dead, you know. But remember, this is when I grew up. I grew up when the followings of the team were more diehard. It was more of like people that went to games were baseball fans. It was pretty quiet. It's like when you go to spring training games, you know, usually they're pretty quiet. You know, people are just studying the game, watching the game, not like hoorah kind of shit. So obviously, it didn't really do well for Rogers ownership, and bags of money wasn't as full as they want it to be. Enter 2012. This is when they get rid of this old ugly logo, but it's part of my childhood. It's what I grew up with. So they get rid of this old ugly logo and they bring in this new one, the old kind of 90s version, but kind of like updated for today. And it looked good. It looks great. I love it. Like I have Jay's hat on right now. I think it really gave a boost to the team. You know, people started coming more and more to the games. And then 2015 hits, you know, they make all those trades, they go all in, they make the playoffs for the first time in like 20 years or whatever. And they get this huge, like, it's this like huge following, like everyone it's like the talk of the town, games are sold out, everything's going crazy, everyone's like loving the new team. And that kind of keeps growing up until today, up until now. And part of this new like trend of the new logo in 2012 and the team doing well, and a lot of things changed, right? A lot of things changed. And one of the other things changed that I've noticed kind of happened over time is this whole party atmosphere that the games are now. You know, no more of this, you know, just quiet watching the teams. You know, now they've got this loud music. Now they've got all these events. They've got t-shirt giveaways. They've got, I don't know. That's all you really need, right? That's all you really need is they've got these giveaways. And shit, you know, it's doing good. Doing good. What they noticed is during the dead eras of, you know, the 2000s, like, you know, they're like, hey, like people aren't showing up to games. Maybe we should target the larger demographic, and that's the young people, right? Toronto's such a young city. It's a big, sprawling urban city. Lots of young people, lots of diversity. That's kind of what they've been doing. And it's like, hey, I understand like why they're doing this. It makes sense. But as a diehard baseball fan, I just don't like it. I understand why they've done it. It's just it's upsetting because back then I used to have all kinds of leg room in the seats. There'd be like rows and rows of seats that are empty, and I could just kind of sprawl out and just enjoy the game. But now it's like I'm sitting real cramped in and tight because every fucking seat is sold out. So what I'm trying to say is I miss the old Blue Jays. Even though they sucked, even though they were mediocre, I missed the old baseball atmosphere. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. See ya.